In the last session, we have discussed about verification and validation. Now, the next model is V-shaped model. So this model is also called as verification and validation model. It is also known as verification and validation model.
సార్ లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళామో కొంచెం చెప్తారు చూపిస్తాను ఇంకా నోట్స్ లేవు నాట్ ఆడిబుల్ సార్
Is it audible now?
నోట్స్ ఆడిబుల్
Yeah. So V-shaped model is also called as verification and validation model. So here parallelly we are going to be perform the verification and as well as validation. What are the phases we have discussed in the waterfall model? Same phases will be followed even here as well. Then what is the difference between waterfall model and V model is, if it is a waterfall model, after completion of development phase, then only we are going to be start the testing phase. But whereas here, if it is a V-shaped model, so development and as well as testing goes parallelly. Development and testing goes in parallel. So that is a difference majorly what we have between waterfall model and V model. See here, we are going to be start the testing plan and testing strategy early when compared to the waterfall model. The test plan, the test planning and testing starts early stage in this model. See, verification phase, what will comes? Under verification phase, what will comes? Under validation phase, what will comes? Parallelly, it is going to be performed. So I'll show you the diagram and I'll explain that to you. Verification phase, that will be requirement analysis, system design, coding. These are things will comes under the verification phase. Validation phase, will be performing the testing, various testings, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and we have acceptance testing as well. Acceptance testing. Acceptance testing. See, I'll show you the diagram of V model, how it is going to be works, we'll see. So based on that, I'll explain. Yeah, this is a diagram. Development life cycle, what will happen, that is verification phase, and testers life cycle, what will happen, I mean at validation phase. See, both you can able to see here, verification phase and as well as validation phase. So requirement specification and analysis, low level design, high level design will be happening in designing as well, and we are going to be develop it coding. So then after writing the coding, what will happen here, unit testing will be done, component testing, system integration testing, and acceptance testing. See, first we are going to be start with the requirement analysis. All the required information is gathered and analyzed in this particular phase, and we are going to be verify the activities include reviewing the requirements. So parallel to that, acceptance testing we have to perform here. See here, this is associated with the requirement analysis phase, and which is going to be done in the customer's environment, which is going to be done in the customer's environment. These two will be happen parallelly. And next, when we comes to the verification phase, we have a system requirement phase. In the system requirement phase, or in the system design phase, directly we enter. If the requirement is clear for us, and if the customer is accepted that whatever the requirements we have given, or we have discussed their requirement as per their requirement, just I mean to say, like, so I'm the customer, I'm going to be give some information to you, like some requirements, I need to develop the product on these particular things. So your analysis, so whatever I'm giving to you, you have to analyze that and you have to present that information to me. So this is your requirement or not. So if that is going to be accepted by me, so then it is going to be allowed to develop. So then in the next phase, we are going to have a system design. In this system design, architecture will include, or the architecture will involve in understanding the business requirements, and they are going to be design the solution for it. They are going to be divide the models, everything they are going to be work. See here, the components of the product are created and documented in a design phase, that what we can say as a design document. So parallel to that, system integration testing will be happen. See, what is the purpose of using this is, the complete system is tested whether the functionality is working fine or not. See, in low level design and as well as high level design, what it is happening. See, if it is a high level design, the architecture or design of modules, and it is going to be represents the functionality in between two modules. Whereas coming to the low level design, which is going to be defined the architecture design of individual components, design of individual components. And in the coding phase, coding is going to be done. See, individual component, if we want to perform the testing, we are going to be perform the unit testing. See, low level design is nothing but there. What is the difference or functionality between two components, two individual components, or sorry, high level design, which will be represents the functionality between two modules. Low level design, in a sense, each particular module or component design. I think it is clear now. High level design and low level design. If it is a high level design, the functionality difference in between two modules, and low level design, in a sense, one particular module working procedure completely, that we can say as one particular module design or one component module design. See here, if it is a unit testing, whatever it may be, the one particular module we have developed or the component what we have developed, see, that will be designed, that design will be tested in this phase. This unit testing is going to be performed by the developer itself. If we are working as a Java developer, JUnit will be used for writing the unit test cases, and they are going to be performed. The developers is going to be performed. It is going to be performed on individual components to recognize any defects is there in their particular code what they have developed before releasing that code to the testing team, or before sending that code for testing to the testing team. They are going to be test the functionality what they have developed as per the design of the particular low level design or not. That is, the individual module functionality, how it will be based on that we have developed or not. They are going to be validate that. They are going to be validate that. So after performing that, we are going to be perform the unit integration testing. We are going to be combine all the function modules, and we are going to be test it. We are going to be tested like what we have said. The functionality which is going to be defined among the two modules will be tested in this particular one, in this particular phase. So just have developed one module and I have tested as a developer, and one more module is developed by another development team. Let me consider those two modules is going to be combined, and I mean, for that particular purpose only, the people are using DevOps as of uh, continuous integration and continuous deployment tool as today's market. So here, to avoid the problems, uh, to avoid what we can say, to avoid delays in delivering the product, or we can able to achieve in delivering the good quality of product to the customer, the people are using continuous integration and continuous deployment. So if it has to be done, development, testing, and integration, everything has to be done parallelly. Why innocence? I'll give one example to you. Why innocence? I'll give one example to you. See, uh, my project, my project under my manager, four teams are working. Four teams are working. Four team leaders are there. In each team, there are 5 developers and one test engineer or 2 test engineers are there in one team. Let me consider. In 4 teams, each team will be having 5 developers and 1 or 2 test engineers. Let me consider. See, as I'm the team, one of the team leader, let me consider as one of the team lead, or let me consider team A, team B, team C, and team D. As a manager, what the modules I'm giving for team A, team B, team C, and D, they are going to be work on it. I'll be giving the deadline for them. The product as per the requirements given in the design document has to be submitted by so and so date. Let me consider. Team A is going to be develop their module, team B, C, and D. They are going to be work on their respective modules, and they are going to be give very good functionality. Like as a team leader of A, we can ask them, so what is the functionality of your module? So it is completed. What is the status of your module? It is completed and it is functioning as per the design document. And test engineers also have been performed the testing. I'm going the team A, team B, team C, team D leaders is going to be give the report to me as a manager. Now their task is done. What the requirement I have given in the deadline, within the deadline they have submitted to me, and their modules what I have allotted to them is working fine individually. But as I have promised to the customer, that is not the one, right? Altogether, the functionality what I have given, what the customer has given, I should feel responsible to submit that. Now, what I have to do? I have to combine all the 4 modules, and I need to perform the testing. That testing finally reaches to the customer, and that product we have to test in the customer environment. The customer environment, that is what the acceptance testing is going to be performed. See, now while I have combined all the modules, that is integration, we are going to be saying. Combining the various modules will be called as integration. When we are performing the integration, it means the different modules we are going to be gathered together, and we are going to be see the actual functionality after combining all those modules. And after combining all the modules, it should work fine. It has to be give the overall functionality, but the people are suffering a lot after combining all the modules after integration. So because of that only, nowadays the DevOps guys is having very good demand in the market, because whatever the developer is going to be developed and the test engineers are going to be test, immediately they are going to be integrate and they are going to be deployed to avoid delay in the deliveries and to get the good quality of softwares. Even nowadays in the development teams as well as operations team, both are working together. Development team, in a sense, developers, test engineers, everyone will come. Operations team, so DevOps guys. So development and operations things both has to be performed parallelly. So then only we can say there is no delay in delivering the product, and will be delivering good quality of software to the customer as well. So finally, acceptance testing is going to be done at the that is client side. In the client environment, we have to show that, and we have to consider the acceptance of the use, that is client. See, I have one requirement. I need a washing machine. In real example, I'm telling what is meant by acceptance testing. In real example, I'm telling real world life example. I want washing machine. See, I have ordered for washing machine. I need these features in my washing machine. I have ordered to the Samsung people. Okay. So we need 1 month of time, or 2 months of time, or 3 months of time to deliver your product. They are going to be give that information to us. Once after getting that information, we'll be relaxed. So we have given our requirement. So by paying some advance, and finally the product has to be reached to us within time. If we are not getting that particular product, so suppose so I have ordered for the washing machine with some features they have given, you have to book 1 month before, then only you will be getting this particular product. Let me consider that 1 month is done, exactly we will expect to be delivered that by 1 month, right? So we are not going to be wait for 1 or 2 days even. So you have committed for this time, by this time you need to complete this, and you have to provide the product to us. That is what we are going to be expect. So that too, if they are giving the product, is that work is fine? No. So we have to shift that to our home, and that has to be installed in our home, and they need to test that particular product. If it is working fine as per the requirement what we have given, so we'll say, so product is good and it is working fine. So that is nothing but acceptance testing. Sometimes if the features what we have given in that particular product is not functioning well, then we will say, so we are not going to be accept this product, just get our product in the features what we have expected. right? That what we are going to be asked. That so now we are the clients to the Samsung people. I have ordered for one washing machine. I have ordered for one washing machine or TV or whatever may be the product. When it is going to be installed in the client environment, that is in my environment, and if it is testing properly, or if the functionality of all the requirement is working fine in my environment, then I can able to say them this particular product is accepted. This what will be happen in V model. This what will be happen in V model. So we have discussed what is V model. So to verification and as well as validation is going to be done parallelly. And we have here what is comes under verification phase, what is comes under the validation phase. So we have discussed each and every purpose also clearly. So now advantages, it is very simple and easily understandable. It is good for small projects. It is good for small projects. Small projects. And also here, like a waterfall model, all the requirement should be given for us in the early phase itself, that is in the requirement gathering phase itself. So later they should not change it. Okay, and we are coming to the disadvantages. Ongoing projects, it is not good. It is not good for ongoing projects. Requirements changing will not be allowed in the later phases. It will leads to high cost. Okay, these are the advantages and disadvantages of V model. And in the next we will discuss spiral model. So quickly we'll finish the spiral model, and majorly we have to focus in agile methodology, where the people are working in today's majority of the projects is agile methodology. Okay, so why the people are choosing agile methodology, that and all we will discuss. So each and every model we will discuss for what purpose we are going to be use this model, what is the advantages, what will be the disadvantages, everything. So then you will come to know when you are working in the real projects, which model we have to follow. When our team is following this particular model, what we have to work as per that. Yeah.
Okay.